Thursdays with myself, Walter Murillo, and the great Vinney Smile Chopra. Vinney, where are you calling from today?
Oh man, alive. Hey, it's beautiful, beautiful, Walter. From San Francisco. We come to this place quite often, actually. It's only 3 hours and 15 minutes or so. Just a short stop, and I'm in straight flight. It's Puerto Vallarta, baby, and
Wow.
Punta Mita. So that's where we
Porto
are. Oh, look at this, Puerto Vallarta, right there.
Vallarta.
Look at all these ships. Look at all these. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Yes.
that is the 14th floor, right? That's the 14th
Oh,
floor of
yeah. This is the 14th. We are on this side of the south side tower. That's the north tower. So we are right parallel to the 14th floor right there. Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. Is it? Is it beautiful? Yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear
I
me
can hear you
okay?
loud and clear.
I
I was
just
so
could
stunned
I
by
didn't
the
know if
view.
I still connected. I didn't know if we are still connected
So
or
Vinny,
not.
how often you come out there? This is your third time this year?
Yeah, it's our third time, man. We just love. It's
So
it's it's
it's
it's
so you've been taking it easy, and I think you're doing the same thing that I do around this time of the year, right? We work hard, spring, summer, fall, and when winter
yes.
comes, everybody else is disappearing. It's hard to get in
Yeah,
touch with people, so we
you
just
got it.
take the time off, right?
Yeah. There you go. Get into the
But you're
spirit,
still putting
right?
offers in, Vinny. You just I know before we get into the topic today, like I just want to talk about you just put in an offer on one of the biggest buildings you've ever put offers in on before. It was what was it, $76 million?
76 million, brother. Yeah. Just on Monday. Today's what? Thursday. Thursday. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, just on Monday, bro. And we're in the best and final. It's amazing. It's amazing how the life treats you. We just flew Monday morning here. So just on the way, put an LOI and got accepted in the best and final. So let's see where we go from there. We are still working with the lender, which I always do. I always try to get the loan blessed
Yep.
before going to the final. So let's cross our fingers. Hey, if it's going to be, it will come. If it doesn't, who cares?
On
Who
to the
cares?
next.
I know SW. Some will, some won't. So what?
No
This is
way.
everybody should.
SW.
Yeah, right. SW. It's not Southwest, but it's some will, some won't. So what? We gotta totally think about that. Don't get hung up on anything in life. Don't get hung up. Really. We shouldn't, because all these small, there was also a small stuff. There was a book I read. Don't worry about the small stuff. I remember there was a book by that
Yep.
name, and that really meant a lot to me. A lot of times we get so hung up on so many things in life. You gotta just let it go. Let it go,
Yeah.
man.
Vinny, I read a book recently called Relax More, Stress Less. And it was not about not doing
Ah,
work. It was about high productivity, but it
yeah,
was about just accepting, right? Like knowing
I
that things
love
are
it.
getting done, just accepting. And it sounds similar, like the similar concept. It changed my mind. Like I just realized, like, wow, I might have been stressing too hard. Like you gotta let go
That's it.
sometimes.
You got to, man. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. Because this life is short. I always say that, right? It's a pretty short life. It's what you want to make of it and make the best of it, best of the best, because that's what we deserve that. We deserve
Man,
that to
look at that
be.
view behind you, Vinny.
I know. I'm trying to show off here. Vinny's trying to show off a little bit. And it's good to work hard. It's good to work hard, but then play harder. I say play harder. Look at that. Look at that right there. Vinny's
Man,
trying to show off. Vinny is a
Porto
big show off.
Vallarta? Come on,
But
Vinny, I see you. You're showing
Alert,
off.
Alert.
So today's
It's
topic, I want to dive
beautiful.
into it because
Yes,
you've
yes.
mastered this. Like of all the
Uh-huh.
of all the things that I've talked to other folks about, I think this is the one that really, if you could, if a business owner can figure this out, they can eventually get to the level that you're at. And this principle is you have to automate your business, right? You have to get your business automated so it works without you. And
Oh,
You've
I
got
love the
multiple
topic.
businesses.
I love the topic, brother. You're so right, so right. And let me see if I could maybe, internalize and why I am a systems guy at heart, to be truthful. Being an engineer, mechanical engineer, always I think about how can I automate all these things in my life. Even in my previous, when I was a motivational speaker, people in my companies told me, they said, Vinny, you are a systems guy. We laugh because you like to automate things and all. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So
It's
you
going to
you
be a good
naturally
one.
have always been like this. You've always been a
Yeah,
systems
I
guy.
have
You're
been.
naturally attracted to it. So you have to like automating systems. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm hearing that. So you gotta like
Okay.
automating systems.
You got to like them. And also, you do it because you want to save time. You want to do it because it's going to give you freedom. You want to do it because it's going to make you less stressful. You want to do it because then the systems are in place and you are sleeping good at night time and you are taking vacations or whatever, right? But the thing is, you got to really get more time.
Yep.
I'm still looking for that watch with 28 hours on it. There's nothing. It's 24, baby, 24. That's all.
Not a minute over.
Not a minute over. so
So
so we got to really free up time. Free up
yeah,
time. And if anybody listening and watching to us, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to have free time for yourself. I say, you should plan Fridays. I think last week we talked about we should always take 1 hour, 2 hours, and just have a meeting with ourselves. What happened this week? What's next week entailing? How are the departments doing? All those stuff, right? So
Vinny, what about the people who say they don't have time to do this? What about
oh
there's
my
a lot of people who
gosh.
that's always what they're saying. I don't have time to. I can't look at my schedule. I can't change. I can't take an extra hour. I don't have an extra hour. What do
That's
you tell them?
hoopla. That's hoopla, man. I think you're just deceiving yourself by saying that. You're deceiving yourself. You're just being in the same rut, which you have been always. Because Stephen Covey talked about four quadrants, remember? And I think I misspoke last week. Actually, I was looking back at it. We need to be really spending in the fourth quadrant our time, which is important but not urgent.
Yes.
Important but not urgent. And
Yep.
that's the fourth quarter. Many of us spend time in the first quarter, urgent and non-important. No,
Not important.
non-urgent and non.
Yes, not urgent and not important. Watching
We have,
Netflix, right?
yeah, watching Netflix, we do that, feeling bad
Emails.
about ourselves, emails, man. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Emails can get you off track hours and hours.
Feeling bad
All
about
this
ourselves. I heard you say that.
spamming, yeah, feeling bad about yourself, why I'm not doing this and that.
Wow.
That's when we need the time to ourselves every day. Why not? In the morning, miracle morning, why not to spend 1 hour? And what I really say to myself is set up an appointment on your calendar, block it off, and you say, it's my thinking time.
Yep.
It's my planning time. And nobody needs to know. Walter, when you say, Vinny, are you free 7:30, 8:30 tomorrow? I say, no, I have an appointment. Nobody needs to know with who. You
Right?
don't. And you know what? If you say to somebody, I have an appointment with myself, they will even appreciate you.
Yep.
They will bring you to a next level of their thinking.
Yep.
And they will really go ahead and say, you know what? I have never taken time out for myself. So you're teaching them something, And I say that let's be as transparent, as vulnerable, so that people see. The thing is, when people tell you they want to meet you tomorrow at 8:30, it's most convenient to them.
Yep.
When they call you on a phone, it's most convenient to them. So you got to, if you want to free up time, you got to value your time. And you
Right.
just say, you know what, I cannot pick up the phone. Or you have that message, I'm in a meeting, I'm in this, that. I like to really find out. And I don't even pick up phone if it doesn't show me their name.
Yep.
I don't. Even a brand new person, when they call me, they have to leave me a message. then I listen to it, or my team listens to, and then they let me know, Vinney, okay, go ahead. That's what I say. Text me first, text me. So there are several systems, brother, but the
You just
biggest thing
handed a whole
is,
bunch of systems right there. You mentioned your team can review things, like controlling your time, having things come through a filter. So what's another one, Vinny? If you were like, so once somebody does start taking this time to evaluate their business and start looking
Mhm,
at things,
mhm.
what would you say is like the biggest one that people could eliminate, like the easiest thing that they could automate, or maybe the first thing they should automate? Like what do you think is the first thing somebody should automate if they have a business that they're running?
Oh, good point. Very good. I think the biggest trouble I find is email system in our life. Emails can drop you dead. I mean, you could go from here to here and you look through the whole message. It's not worth a dime to you.
Yeah.
But you are listening, you're watching. I would say putting them in junk. So, like in Outlook, I say, is this important sender to me or not? If they're not, I right click and say junk, and then they are in the junk folder. Every time they send more, it's going into junk. you know that's the best part. Secondly, I try to unsubscribe myself also. That's the other thing. You got to unsubscribe to lots of these promotions and this and that. I've got 6 emails, by the way, just to let you know, six
Yeah.
different ones. But I only look at one big one, main one. And the rest of them, I just clean it out and just maybe look at it very little, right? But email is the first. I would say start doing SMS. That's my next hack. I love texting because
Yep.
that gets results much faster, much easier. I do group testing. Actually, sometimes most important things I send in email, I text also to the same person or to the other people because you will get results better. That's the key, real key. Then video uh, messaging. I love that. I should do it even more often, and audio messaging. So if you want personality, if you want people to reply back, if you want to really catch their attention, I would say use video messaging and audio messaging in the texting. Again, texting, you got to send it in the text.
And
Of
those
course, yeah,
those are more
please go ahead.
efficient manners of building rapport, right? So
Yeah,
like it
exactly.
goes deeper when you send the video or the audio or a text versus an
Much.
email.
Totally, totally. I like to meet with my top clients, my top investors, brokers, or lenders, whoever, on Zoom or WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp because then you can feel, touch, and see what frame of mind they are, how they are reflecting, and they see you. I mean, such a great personality comes through, when you're doing FaceTime and Zoom meetings and all that, right? Skype. I mean, those are very important things. Nowadays, we got to use that. Less text, less verbiage, I think is the word, right?
Yep.
Right there. Again, automation in sending emails. I would love to give a very good hack right now. I'm
I'm
loving
ready.
it. And it's called the shortcuts. Shortcuts. Okay, what do I mean by that? So when I say shortcuts, you go into Outlook, I think, or in your mail also, and you could look at shortcuts, which are keyboard shortcuts, they call them.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
I love
yes,
keyboard
yes,
shortcuts.
yes. Amazing, amazing. I've got 32 of them. I have a
Nope.
friend of mine, Craig, who has 92 of them. 92. I
No
said,
way.
oh my gosh. He says, Vinny, you just figure it out, brother. If you want to text people, like I say, God, God, and if I say God anywhere, in my email, in my texting, in my PowerPoint, in my social media, if I do something, it just comes with 4 sentences already written up with emojis. God bless you. You are terrific. God, wish you all the best that life can bestow upon you. Everything is all done with the
Man.
emojis and everything. And be a positive Pygmalion. It comes right after that second paragraph. And then it says, spread the energy around. So, what I mean to say, and I'm just writing God, that's it.
Yeah.
All this comes there below. And then I personalize it a little bit because it's written now. I say, hey, Tom, just like that. And then it's a whole personal message. That personal message is going to him. You could send that same message to millions of people, brother.
Yeah, man.
They're not going to talk to each other. I know.
This is like how you build real relationships. How you like connect with people and like automate that kind of like reaching out. And
it's so important. So important. The good part is also you have several terrific. So you are TR. That's it. You are TR. I'm starting to write it and it writes the whole paragraph. Okay, my email address. I use it so many times, right? So give me your email address. MEA, my email address. MEA, that's it. So my Zoom. So my Zoom, MZ.
yes.
If I just say that, it's vinnyzoom.com, right? My business card is BZ.
Yep.
BZ. No, BZ is, sorry, that's business Zoom. Business card is BC, maybe? I don't know.
BC.
But whatever it is, but it is like that, right? Business card or something. So it's how these small words, you could put it in the shortcut in your key. You could even put your whole bio, BIO. I have a bio, and it's this big. It's like a whole 4 paragraphs with my books written out, everything, brother. I just say BIO. That's it.
These are some amazing hacks. Like this is how you're finding more ways to automate. You're using the software, the technology to store things that you're going to say anyway and speed up your time. Now, you mentioned you have a team. Like you have a lot of
VAs,
team members,
international members. I say most everybody's remote now. So whether they are remote in USA or they are abroad, they are remote helpers, right? So I say international rather than virtual. I just say international assistants, and I love them. I've had them for over 35 years, lots of them in my whole life. I mean, I would always go to guru.com. Of course, the upwork.com now is very big, and fiverr.com, right? All those. There are some other ones too. Like I think there is philippinesonline.com, PH online, I heard. Philippines Online. There are resumes after resumes after resumes, and you can choose the very best. And you can get amazing helpers for $3 an hour, $4 an hour, $5 an hour, $7 an hour is a great living in Philippines and other countries, right? So
what is the first task you think somebody should hire out? Like, what do you think is like the first couple things that somebody should be like, okay, yes, I need a VA. Like that first VA, what does the first VA usually do?
I would say the very first VA depends where you are lacking, right? So where you need to really look at yourself and say, I'm spending unproductive time over here, getting database, finding lists, because internet is internet, brother, all over the world. They're sitting there. They could find, if I can tell them through Asana. Asana is a great hack, by the way. I would like everybody to get that, ASANA, Asana. What that is actually, it's a free software, online, free software. And it works like Trello. That's another software I used to use, but Asana is much, much better. Please get that. And then, of course, copy.ai, COPY, copy.ai. If you are trying to, or Jasper is another one, JASPER.ai. And then the third one, I would like to give all three, Otter, 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 OTTER.ai. Now, Otter actually integrates with your Zoom calls also. I love that because as you're doing the Zoom recording, Otter in the side is transcribing everything into Word. It's amazing. As a matter of fact, another great hack, which my good friend Derek told me last night at my mastermind coaching, he says that as people are talking, Otter on his screen, on the side screen, is writing everything. And he highlights as the person is talking in the Zoom, in the podcast, he's highlighting it, brother. Is that called
Wow.
productivity or what? It's called
Yo, I'm
productivity.
looking up Otter right now, and I'm loving this. And we use
You could
Asana
just
for Jen's pen, our
Asana, you
ghostwriting
do.
service.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at you. Look at you. So
yeah.
Asana and Otter with Zoom recording. I mean, these are great hacks, guys. Everybody listening to us, you've got to act on them. Get going on these. Get the
Yeah.
Otter.ai on your iPhone or Android and on your laptop, integrated with your Zoom. It's going to transcribe. I used to pay, by the way, you mentioned about international virtual assistants. I used to pay 40 cents per sentence or whatever it was for transcribing my lectures.
Yep.
I paid that, and I
40
was
cents a
paying like
minute.
40
bet, yeah.
cents a minute or
Yep.
25 cents. The cheapest one I got was from Canada. I remember one time this lady said, I'll do it for 22 cents or something, whatever. Anyway, but now you don't need them because
Wow.
transcription is already done for you by Otter.ai and all these other, no. Otter, I think, does the transcription, but then Copy.ai lets you write blogs. If you give it the framework of what you want it in your blogs or in your writing or things like that. The exciting part is Derek, good friend again, I graduate from a student in my academy. He's doing so well. He's got 500 units now. 500 units in 2 years. He left his W2 job and he's now being a nomad, traveling all over the world with his lovely wife, Sophie, and then also taking care of businesses. Wow, that's the ultimate. Look at that. He's also having cash flows and everything and not really being bothered about, staying at one place. But let's just talk about, these are really, really great tools. I hope everybody got that. Everybody listening to us right now, Otter.ai, take that one. The second one, we talked about Copy.ai and Jasper.ai. Those were the three. Asana, we talked about that. So those four. The key thing is what Derek told me was he was highlighting in Otter.ai so that at the end of the interview, he was able to save that transcription and his VA in Philippines that he gives $7 an hour and I give 5 and I give 9 to mine, because
Yep.
one has been with me over a year and a half. And the good part is one VA, if you find a good one, can do everything for you. Everything. He even shared with me that, they like to get some menu set up, his wife and him. I don't do it, and say, we're going to cook these next week.
Yep.
So he sends that list to his VA in Philippines. He does the research and puts the ingredients in Instacart for them, and they're delivered to your door, brother.
Yes, I have a VA who is fantastic. She I think runs half of the company. Like any problems Dorina has, if I need anything, Vinney, it's like,
yes.
I know I'm being very vague, but
no, tell us more. Tell us more.
So reach out to people for me. I'll just be like, hey, Felly, can you reach out to these people in EXP, and I want you to find out like who has what.
Yeah.
Invite them to my webinar, or maybe I just need a graphic made. I'm like, hey, can you make a graphic on this? Like anything that I would normally do, or a quick edit of a video. She just does all of it. It's amazing.
I love it. That's the way to do it, guys. It really is. It's the power of tooling, power of what's available there to save you, time in your business and so forth. That's so important. So important. Again, the big thing is to write it down, what you want them to get done, and then you make SOP, standard operating procedure. I call it SOP. SOP is number one.
I have them create the SOP,
Vinney,
right? Yeah. I have the VA create the SOP.
I love it. So
Vinney, one other form of automation that I want to point out is partnerships. You're big on this. This is like, you're just huge on partnerships. You won't even get into a business if there's not a partner to run it for you. So how did you come to that? How did you realize that made so much sense?
It's a manifestation in the mind. Like 4 years back, I was looking into senior living. I'm 70 now, right? So 4 years back, I was 66 or so. I said, hey, I'm a senior citizen. So I want to help the seniors,
I
literally.
have a hard time believing you're a senior citizen. Like I know logically, but like energy wise, I
Mentally,
don't believe it.
no, 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 no. But then, I said, okay, all the statistics also showed me 10,000 baby boomers turning 65 plus 4,000 turning 70, 3,000 turning 80. Okay, how can I help them? How can I take multifamily concept into senior housing? And that's when, through manifestation, I came across my partner who had done this for about 7, 8 years, 6 years, or 8 years, and he was building them. So got into his circle. I remember doing a Zoom call. We never met. We met after 3 years, brother. Last year only we met. We met last year or this year. I forget now. Anyway, I think last year he came to San Francisco, but then I met in Florida, of course, 2, 3 times I met. Totally, we have met 4 times in last
Wow.
4 years. See, the thing is, once you find trust, once you vet the partner, you go for it. You go for it. I mean, I raised 18 to $20 million in 2020 in COVID. In COVID, it happened in April. I started my PPM in May. In May, I said nobody's going out. I took the positivity of people not going out, then I can reach them home. My
Yeah.
investors are home. They're not going
Perfect.
nowhere. Everybody's, don't want to get killed outside and get
They're stuck
COVID
at
and
home.
die. Yeah, they're stuck at home. So positivity, looking at, you always make a lemonade out of lemon,
Yeah.
because I said, hey, I can raise a lot of money. So we started doing research and did the PowerPoint presentations and everything, sent out to my investors, and got them $18 million. I think we raised for four projects right away.
Wow.
And then we bought a deal also. When did we buy that? 2020. I think we bought Lakes in 2020, the Austin deal. That's right. Yeah. We bought it in December. So that
And
was
that's the one you
another
sold
raise of,
this year, right?
yeah, we're selling it. We're selling it. Yeah, exactly. We sold the one from 2019. We sold already. Uh, what's that in Florida? Orlando, Bentley at Maitland. We sold that. We bought it in 19, and we bought two in 19 also. Another one was Princeton Park. We bought. That's right. I just remembered. September of 2019, I think we bought that, and the hotel we bought in December. That was Hilton Garden in 2019. Yeah, we sold that
Vinny,
one too.
you've been, yeah, you bought them, sold them, bought them, sold them. Like it seemed like during COVID, and we did the same thing. Like during COVID was the best time to be buying stuff, and then
Totally,
it just went up in
totally.
value so much. Now it makes
Yeah,
sense to sell the stuff.
exactly, man. Totally, totally. And I'm looking at now the one in Knoxville deal. I bought it for 12.5 1 year back. 1 year back,
Yep.
thanks to my daughter Monica. She's great asset manager. I come to the meeting. She only does all the work. Vinny's just having fun. But that property, I got an offer $16 million in 1 year, brother.
Wow.
1 year,
Take it. Take the
16
money
million
and run.
yesterday. I know. I want 17. So Vinny's
Right?
greedy.
Close, close.
But I'm locking in the interest rate at 5.12. Looks
Yeah.
like right now. So because the interest rates came down, so we are at 6.75, I think, by decreasing it to 5% or something, it's going to help me quite a bit.
Oh,
Then
tremendous.
maybe this same buyer, and they are very strong. I found out, I do research, brother. I found out who these buyers are and how strong they are in Knoxville. There is no property on sale. So I know mine is a prime one. So I'm going to hold on as long as I can, bro.
I've got it. You want it? It's right here.
They went from 14 to 14.5 to 15. Yesterday, the broker said 16, Vinny. If you can send me the P&L and rent roll, they want to give you 16. I said, no, 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 no. I'm locking in the rate.
17. Yep, the rate is locked in nice and low if you want it.
So that'll be a good one. That'll be 5.5 million growth in my
Awesome.
investors' money and my money. That's why I say OPM is the best way to do it, because what's that? 5.5 I only put 3 million something of investors' money, 3.5 or whatever. So it's a 125% growth returns in
Fantastic.
1 year. In 1 year, brother. In 1 year, that's the beauty of it. That's why I teach a lot that get ready with the cash, because 2023 is going to be a banner year for only those who are keeping their eyes open, talking to brokers, talking to your good, the deals that you didn't get. And maybe in the last 2-3 years, go back to those deals. They might have fallen out, or they overpaid. They will be selling it because they got to get out of the bridge loan and things like that, right? But let's talk about automation. So, the big thing is find the right jockey and find the right horse. I always say that. So you got to find the right horse and the right jockey. All right. And look at their business plan, look at their integrity, their trustworthiness, and what they're doing, how they're spending time. Are they really into it for gold? Because you don't want them to be in 20 businesses if they are not Vinney Chopra, right?
That's right.
No.
Well,
Because, they want to be focused into what they are doing. See?
Yep.
You
want to get the horse and the jockey. You don't want to be the horse. You don't want to be the jockey.
No.
You want to be the Vinney Chopra.
You want to be the advisor to them.
Right.
Where once in a while, every 2 weeks or a month, you're able to look at their business plan, what they accomplished, like the Scarlet books, right? That quick books on AI, artificial intelligence. Just had a meeting yesterday or day before, I forget now, and day before maybe. And what a tremendous effort everybody in that company is doing. I mean, we're going to write the system. This company was only 5 million worth. It'll be 50 million worth in no time. 10 times, brother. 10 times. So you just,
Vinny.
10x returns in a couple of years is not bad,
Yeah.
And, you put some money where your mouth is, because the thing is, once you got to like the concept, and then you see who are the players and who are the vice president or president, how they develop the technology, right? And then you throw money at it, and then you be involved in it a little bit. Yeah. I don't know anything about that, but the key thing is what I saw day before yesterday, it was mind-boggling. I think I mentioned to you about that.
Yeah, I
book,
remember
right?
Scarlet books.
Scarlet books. Yeah, it's going big, amazing. And we got affiliate program too. I want you to come in with me, and you can make so much money, brother.
We're making money, Vinny.
Yeah, making money, bro. Right? Yeah. I mean, I just transferred some money this morning. I bought this real estate on the digital side. Yeah, I can mention to you. I bought some websites, and this company does all the work for you. I don't have to do nothing. And they do the SEO, they do everything, and then they do advertising. They get leads for contractors and air conditioning people and CPAs and all these, and they sell the leads. So I own these sites, but I have to do zero work. I just transferred $3,500. So every month they're putting in my bank account $2,000, $1,000, $1,500, and I just invested the money. So every month now from my websites, they keep 25% their fee, and 75 as per my contract goes to me. And I wrote off my whole investment this year, 100% return in my K1.
After the chat, let's shoot me the text on that information.
Okay, I will, brother. It's amazing. I'm telling you. They want me to become an affiliate, which, hey, I mean, just a link I can pass to my investors, my friends. Why not? Yeah, these affiliation.
Vinny's links.
Vinny's link. I should do that. I will do it on my website. Vinny's links, put all of them there, no problem. Because see, every business I'm finding has affiliation. They want to grow their business. So instead of giving 40, 50% to direct sales people, if they can give only 20 or 25 or 30% and get business, why not? Because then you are going into different circles of other influencers. That's what we call it, right? So that's the big thing. I love what you're doing, brother. I really am very, very impressed because, the thing is you're helping people. And just like Zig Ziglar said, when you help enough people get what they want, you will get your want. You will get what you want because this life is such, everybody's got motives, but if you have very good motives to help people, which you and I and other people do, and we are teaching them the skills and habits and tools to grow their income and to grow their cash flow and to grow their equities. That's what it is. And we feel good at nighttime when we sleep, you and I. I mean, we feel good that we
Sleep
help
very
so
good,
many
Vinney.
people. Very good, brother. I know, exactly.
There's a lot of
So
ways to
what
make money, but when you're helping other people, you sleep a lot better.
best time, best thing,
Yep.
best thing ever. That's why I got into syndication 16 years back because it just made sense to me. I said, you know what? Not too many people are going to be taking time to learn and how to assimilate money, how to collect money, how to do legal paperwork, how to do management. It's a lot of work.
It's a lot
Let's
of
be
work.
honest.
Let's
Lots
be
of
real.
it.
Yep.
Yeah, let's be
I mean,
real,
you've built a
brother.
team that does it for you, but it's a lot of work and it's
It's a lot
scary,
of work.
right? There's
It's
things
scary.
that could go
Yeah,
wrong. So having somebody who's done it
sure.
before, this is why you get paid what you're paid, brother. I see it, man. I get it.
I appreciate that. No,
You're building
76.
millionaires.
I know, brother. You're making so many millionaires, and it's in the. Hey, guys, I want to really put in a plug. If you want to be a millionaire, you got to be in Alchemist Nation right here. And we are doing the seminar coming up in December, next
December
week or
12th.
week after, December 12th. And
Yep.
do make sure that you get a ticket. It's a free ticket, right?
Yep.
I think it's a free ticket. Come
Yep.
there, and we're going to show you how to raise money, how to really, easy way. And my course now is the biggest of the biggest.
It
Actually,
is the
I
biggest
just
course that we've built. Yes, it is by
oh,
far.
thank you. And I'll give you even the new things that I've put in there and additions and all that. Maybe I'll bring Mary or your other, VA to come in there because now we got all the MP3 files also for every lecture. Not only you can really view the lecture on the portal, but you can download. Aha, my whole course you can download and listen to it in the car, in the gym, in the office, because it's repetition is the key. You can learn all my tricks of the trade and everything. Because I want to get my course in 1 million people's hand, by
That's the secret.
anyway. It will happen. It will
That's
happen.
what Mark Victor
you
Hansen
know?
said. He's also a friend of mine. He said, I want to build a million
Mhm.
millionaires. The easiest way to do that is to write books. And now you're saying, I'm going to go and do the audio. So it's even easier. Somebody doesn't have to read it. They could just listen to it. That's genius.
That's the thing. That's the thing. And Mark Victor Hansen and Crystal, good friends. Actually, I
Yep.
had dinner with them over there
I
in
know, it's crazy.
Scottsdale. Yeah. Thanks for putting me in touch with them. I appreciate you and my brother
Ken
Ken
Walls. Yep.
Walls. Yeah. No, I had a really good chat with Ken lately also. But it's the big thing is that we got to give, and then you get, and you get satisfaction. You get to, help the people and all that. I mean, I could be just sitting in front of television and withering away, what should I do? And my mind is such, I have to be busy. I have to be doing something. So let's talk about automation again. If you think that you have no time at all, it means you are doing the jobs or the things that your assistant should do. Let's just say that, if you look in the mirror and all you have to do is everybody listening to us, just take a pencil and a piece of paper and write down in 2 days timeline, like what you spend time with your customer. Just say that, nothing else. Eating, driving, everything, don't worry at all. It's 24 hours, you sleep 7-8 hours, and you eat about 2-3 hours. And then rest of the time, how much time you're spending in front of customer, talking to brokers, and doing some things for, planning. That's it. I bet it's no more than 2.5 hours a day.
Yep.
So the rest of the time, you should delegate. You should delegate to your VAs, to your systems, to your, designing the things. People say, I don't have time. I say, you don't have time because you're in all these unproductive activities,
Yeah.
You got to be really focused what you want to do, and then go ahead and do those systems, put them in place. Like we talked about many things today, we talked about keyboard shortcuts, we talked about Asana, we talked about Otter.ai, we talked about transcriptions, that's the service, then Copy.ai, we talked about this one, Jasper.ai. Also, another one is Publer.ai, Publer, Publer.ai. My VAs are using it. It's the best of the best service. Somebody told me, even Derek told me last night in the class, that there is another one which is even Ruffle. I think Ruffle.ai, is that right? Ruffle? Where you could put your same postings for the next 2 months. So automation on steroids. You never have to worry. See, the thing is, people are different people who look at your Instagram morning, afternoon, and evening. So
Yep.
you've got to capture three. My brother Gopi from Oslo, Norway, shared with me. He says, Vinney, you should be doing something for breakfast, something for lunch, something for dinner, because people have different three ways to look at social media. So you could give the same posting at three different times. Now you're capturing different people.
Right.
So that's another hack. So you got to really use all these techniques. I know AppSumo is another one. AppSumo, do you use that one, or which one do you use?
AppSumo?
Yeah, AppSumo, AppSumo. AppSumo is a great app also, where you could, position all your postings for months and months in, I think, my VAs use that. Of course, Adobe is a great one, which they use for editing. And look at my, graphics. I mean, they're out of this world. I
Yeah.
mean, look at all these postings. They're putting so much stuff up and down and here and there. And we meet every 2 weeks only for half an hour. That's all I do. But they let me know in the morning. I came to work. I'm starting the day. This is my goal. Both brothers, they put the things, and then they say at the end of the day, this is what I accomplished today. And of course, if anybody who wants to also keep track of their VAs and make sure that they're doing their job, screenshotmonitor.com, I think is the word, screenshotmonitor.com. I've used that in the past. So they just install that on their computer, and this screenshot, you also install it, and then you make them your employees. And then you see every 15 seconds, it takes a picture of their screen, and it calculates for you automatically how many hours they worked really creatively. And you could see the screens changing. I had to fire one of my VA, 4 months back or so. And I don't want to see the name, but she was just checking in the morning and then checking out in the evening. Can you believe that? And
I
rest of the
believe it.
day was, the screenshot was the same every 15 seconds or whatever, right? You could
Yep.
do 15 seconds, half a minute, or 1 minute. You could give it, whatever you want to do. So I told her, I confronted her. I said, you know what? You have been just lying because you didn't work, and this is what you did. This is this, all that. And she said, I'm sorry. I said, well, you were doing some other job,
That's right.
yeah.
Vinny,
So
it's not easy, but this is managing people. And
exactly.
I've had some great VAs for a year, and then one day they
Yeah.
just start not doing things, and it's like, what
Yes.
happened?
Yes.
Just what happened?
Yeah. Yeah. And you got to take good care of them.
And I think that
Bonuses
was
are
cultural.
good.
I think that was
Oh,
my
was
fault
it?
on that
Yeah.
one, because I wasn't
I
paying as
see.
much attention as I used to. So we learn as we
Sure.
grow, right?
I love this Asana, by the way, because you could drop in lots of great things. Derek shared with me, yesterday in my class. You could even put images. Like he had a one pager on me. He showed me, and he told his VA, "Hey, make just like what Vinney did over here," which Ralph did it. I didn't do anything, you know. And then his VA was designing one page for him. So in Asana, you could move the things graph, and it's got calendar. It's got a lot of great things. he shared, if you want this, I could even send, I don't know if you need it, but I was going to clip that segment of Derek and then kind of, keep it, maybe
Yeah,
even
if you can,
attach
yeah,
it.
send it
Yeah.
over to me
Yeah.
because I
I would
know
love to.
Jen uses Asana all the time. Like
Oh, she does. Okay.
Dorina uses
Yeah.
Monday and Jen uses Asana. So like they two different teams, two different
Okay.
companies. They like what they like. So
Excellent. Excellent. Monday is a great one too. I know I've not used that, but I know Open Table is another one, but that's an
Open
Excel
Table's another one I used to
program.
use.
Open
Yep.
Table
Uh,
is another one I
Airtable
used
was
to.
one. Yep.
Yep, 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 yep. So there are lots of great things. And I would like to just tell our audience, whoever watching us and later on also in the podcast, that, get your life in order so that you can do more time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the big thing. Yeah, yeah.
You heard it here. Vinny just went through so many ways to automate your business so it runs without you. Go back through this episode. I'm gonna do my best to drop
Yeah,
some notes on, or I'll ask one of my VAs to drop notes into the video when we
yes,
post it on Alchemist Nation. So, cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best.
yes.
We'll see you next Thursday for Abundance
Thank you.
Thursday. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you a lot, Trevor.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Vinny.
brother.
I'll see you in the next
Talk
one,
to
brother.
ya. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Cheers.